Hello! It's Feel Good Friday! Woohoo! Mwah! This is where I stayed last night. Isn't it gorgeous here? I'm in the Magnolia District, I think it's called. And tonight I get to go see fish! Woohoo! Oh my God. I am so excited. It's like this day has been coming for so long, and it's finally here tonight, tomorrow night. Climate Pledge Arena, my favorite band, Fish. So excited. So, all my deadheads are going, They're my favorite band too, and you're my best friend, and I love everybody, right? So, when you've got something coming up, you evo-size, right, to get through it. So let's all do that together. Get your hands free, prop up your phone, do what I do. Let's just scratch where our ears and our head hook together, and then scratch that back along the edge of the skull, and then back and forth, and then drag that down your throat, past your collarbone, and close your eyes and just notice how you feel. Yippee, 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 yay! So I've got a big day ahead of me. I've got friends I'm meeting. I've got errands to run. I've got just a lot going on, but I feel goody. I really do feel good. Got a good night's sleep last night. Tonight I'm gonna boogie down, boogie down, boogie down. Woo! So I forgot to bring a second device today, so we don't get to have any music. But I'll be listening to enough music over the next few days to make up for it. But I just want to go ahead and let's do a half a body self massage without music. There's birds. Oh my gosh. Everything. The ride here was so beautiful. And that's one of the real benefits of my Feel Good Way is a lot of times when you're driving long distances, it's a good time for your brain to just go about all the things you've done and all the things you're going to do, but not one moment on present time. The sun's coming out. But when you do evo-sizes or any kind of self-relaxation technique, it brings your brain into present time so you can really see the beauty around you and you can really be calm. And oh man, down by the gorge, it was like velvet. Everywhere you saw it, it just looked like either brown or green velvet. I love this time of year. And here in Seattle, some of the trees are starting to look like popcorn balls and the daffodils are all in bloom. I saw, what are they called? Balsam root out in the desert in bloom. Say hi, everybody. So anyway, just lots of fun things going on. So, that was an unexpected event. And so rather than freak out, you evo-size, right? And you say hi to the nice lady. But, it's like a really good time to be able to take in nature is to do something that feels good first. Are you ready? I'm probably going to dance anyway, just because I'm in a dancing mood. Woo! To people who aren't concert people, who aren't people who, have a favorite band, I know that our fanaticism looks pretty weird, but there's lots of science about the health benefits of going to concerts and really letting your hair down and boogieing and all that kind of stuff. So whatever it is that you're ahead of, it gives you that. So let's just leave it at that and know that we all have something that brings us this kind of joy. Maybe it's grandkids, maybe it's Bowling. I always joke with my friends, we could be bowling heads. We could be talking about that, triple strike you got in Vegas 87, instead of Jerry. Okay, so 2 hands. We're going to start with the back of the head, and we're going to go all along the ridge of the skull and back and forth until we've covered the whole head. And I say this all the time. I give myself somewhere between 10 and 20 head massages a day. Now pull that down and just stop right there and notice the difference between the side of your head you did and the side of your head you didn't. I mean, it's palpable. And then same with the neck. This is a thing that I teach. So everybody, let's drop your head to your chin to your chest and do a couple of circles. And then on the next time you go around, put your fingers on the place where your neck is asking the most for your attention. Now put your other hand on top of that and just keep your fingers planted in that spot and go back and forth. So you're not rubbing, you're not moving your hand, your finger is planted there. And then do that for a minute, then move your fingers up and see if you can figure out where that hooks into, I had slept in a strange bed last night. Figure out where that hooks into your skull, and then go up about 1/4 of an inch because it hooks up on top of the skull too. Then back to center, and then see if you can figure out where that hooks into your shoulders. And then just give that a little pull it down, and then drop your chin to your chest, do the circle the same direction, and tell me if that didn't change something, right? So, I've taught this to hundreds of people, sometimes in one sitting, and I'll have a room full of people going, oh my gosh, it's gone, or it's so much better, really changed it, right? And so I always say, well, 1 minute of self-massage on your neck isn't going to change your, neck and shoulder problems you've had since you were a teenager. But what if you did it for 1 minute 10 times a day, or 2 minutes 5 times a day, or 5 minutes twice a day? And if you start with the head roll to really identify the place, and then this is really important. It's just as important to do the head roll after, to prove to yourself that it did something, right? So the brain is like, oh yeah, well, forget it. Just go pick up your phone again. Why don't you? This doesn't work, blah, 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 right? So you have to really prove to your brain that it's really doing something. And so make a big deal. Oh my gosh, that feels so much better, right? And really get it into the brain that it did make a difference, and talk your brain into doing it more often. And then don't forget to do your neck circles the other way, because there's going to be another place that turns your head the other way that is also asking for your attention. Your body's just asking for your attention. Give it to it, right? So anyway, so we did the neck, and then, it's kind of nice that I get to talk through this. So the 2 places we're the most stuck are the chest and the low back. So I have to be careful because, YouTube, hi YouTube, doesn't like it when I touch myself on my chest. So I have to, but if you're in the shower, is the best time to do this. So get the water really hot and melt this whole area, and then really move the skin away from everything that's below it. So you're really, you're not just touching the surface. You're really moving everything below it to try to separate it. And then turn around and have that same heat go onto your low back. And then with 2 hands, you can really get that unstuck too. And you'll be really surprised at how much that will change your life, right? So let's go ahead and get the arms. So just do one arm real quick. And then now just stop and notice the difference between the arm you did and the arm you didn't do. Every bit of this is stuff, you can do this standing in line at the grocery store. You can do this anywhere. You know, nobody's going to say, oh, what's she doing that for? Right? It's, you know, we're all walking around doing stuff and we don't even pay attention. Some places to really pay attention are right here. You don't even know how sore that is till you get in there. And so anyway, then we'll get all of this and this, and we'll get the side of the legs. You could just pretend like you've got an itch on your ankle and drag that up. You can do that anywhere. Woo, drag it all towards your heart. Oh, yeah, baby. It just, oh, and now notice the difference between the side you did and the side you didn't do. Nummy. Sun's trying to come out. Woohoo! Oh, I've got so many people I get to hug today, and some people that I'm in contact with all the time that I've never met. It's really gonna be a good time. This is the opening of the spring tour for Fish. 2 nights in Seattle, then they move on down to California, but at least I get to be there tonight and tomorrow night. I love you, I love you, I love you. So if you're gonna be there tonight, say something, please. Mwah. I love you. Have a beautiful Friday.